Then the visiting team, the Parlor City Rollers versus your very own Hill City Roller Derby. So, skating today for Parlor City, we have number 125, 2 lives left. Number 21, Circumaggravator. Number 22, Strawberry Shortcake. Number 126, Top Heavy. 180, Toxic. 525, Tiny Terror. Number 227, Cherry Bomb. Number 8021, Hustler. And now, for the final time this season, introducing your very own Hill City Rollers. Number 2, Clever Girl. 007M. 010, Hug and Kill. 43, Chapin. 48, Oxenfree. Number 64, Ms. Backfire. Number 75, Flex Appeal. Number 174, Booty is a Beast. Number 241, Risky Riot. Number 418, Don't. Number 1013, Malice in Chains. 1213, Taser Swift. 1618, Rufo. And finally, number 1845, Ouch Potato. Let's make some noise for both the Parlor City Rollers and the Hill City Roller Derby. Alrighty, coaching today for Parlor City, bench coach is Bad Mother. Coaching for Hill City, we have coaches Annabelle Lecter, Rebel Devil, and Sheer Terror. Alright, setting up for our first jam of the afternoon. On the jam line for Parlor City is number 227, Cherry Bomb, facing off against number 007, N for Hill City. Alright, the next day of you who are new to roller derby, you're going to want to watch the skaters with the stars on their heads. The whistle blows, M is pushed to the outside, Cherry Bomb attempting to go up the middle. Cherry Bomb meeting resistance at the front, and the jam status goes. Cherry Bomb. Both jammers have been released from the pack, are now approaching on scoring passes. Cherry Bomb approaches the pack, calls off the jam before putting up any points. Oh no, excuse me, 3 points for the Parlor City Rollers. Alright, so Parlor City pulled out with 3 points, currently in the lead. 0 to the lead, anything can change and most likely will. Number 927, Abby Nails on the line for Parlor City. Number 64, Ms. Boutfire for Hill City. Alright, they are off. Abby Nails attempting to go to the outside. Ms. Boutfire electing to go up the middle. Blocking in the front. It looks like Ms. Boutfire snags lead. Jan Stades goes to Hill City. Missed that lead, approaching now on a scoring pass. Passes 1, passes 2, passes 3. That is a full 4-point pass for the Hill City Rollers. And that is a lead change as well. Ms. Boutfire. Oh, I thought it was going to be a jump. It wasn't. 4 points, it looks like. I think Ms. Boutfire recycled to the back of the pack just to be safe. Does not want to get called out on a track cut. And that's another 4-point pass for Hill City. Abby Nails still trying to make their way through on an initial pass. Ms. Doubtfire now approaching on the third scoring pass, and indeed that is another 4 points. 12 points in this jam for Hill City. Ms. Doubtfire is lead jammer, is in control of this jam. Ooh, an excellent hit on Ms. Doubtfire. Ms. Doubtfire recycled all the way back. Looks like we have a directional call on the Parlor City team. Someone's going to the sin bin for a little bit. Ms. Doubtfire goes down, that's back up again, and comes up with 4 more points for Hill City. All right, now remember, the lead jammer is the one in charge of the jam. We have 50 seconds left. Ms. Doubtfire can call it when she pleases, although we are getting some significant points now. And another 4-point pass for Hill City, bringing their total to 16 points. Parlor City is going to have their work cut out for them to diminish that lead, but things can change. Whoa, okay, hey, look at that, flawless recovery, 4 more points on the board. And Ms. Doubtfire calls off the jam, but not before putting a grand total of 16 points up on the board for the Hill City Rollers. All right, it looks to me like we may have miscounted some of those points, so the officials are taking a timeout. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some of the wonderful, wonderful people who make local roller derby possible right here in Oneonta. Shout out to our boom car level sponsor, the Red Jug Pub. Thank you so much for supporting the local roller derby. All right, it looks like there indeed was a change in the scores there that you can see. 20 points currently for the Hill City Rollers, 3 points for Parlor City, as number 227 Cherry Bomb gets to the line for Parlor City, facing off against number 43 Chapin, jamming for the first time today for Hill City. Chapin juking to the outside, lead jam status goes to Hill City once more. Cherry Bomb breaks through on an initial pass as well. Chapin now approaching on his scoring pass. Chapin calls off the jam, but not before putting an additional 4 points up on the board for the Hill City Rollers. All right, number 927, that is Abby Nails heading to the line for Parlor City, facing off against number 007M for Hill City. All right, I was waiting to see what was going to happen there. A little bit of a delayed reaction. Both jammers released from the jam line. Abby Nails meeting resistance in the back and meeting resistance of their own up at the front. No lead jam status yet. Multiplayer block called on someone from Parlor City. Oh, and Hill City once more is able to take lead jam status. Goes to number 007N, who is now approaching the pack on a scoring pass. Elects to the inside. Needs some resistance by the pivot. That's Circumaggravator. Breaks through, another 4 points up on the board for Hill City. In the meantime, there was a star pass, number 21, Circumaggravator. He is now jamming for Parlor City. All right. 2 more points up on the board for Hill City, but also Circumaggravator able to snag 2 of his own for Parlor City, bringing that total up to 5. As things currently stand in the lead, Hill City Rollers with 30 points, Parlor City Rollers with 5. Things to change. Number 227, Cherry Bomb on the jam line for Hill City. And they're off. Ooh, an excellent hit by number 845, Death Bridge on Ms. Doubtfire. Ms. Doubtfire gets right back at Cherry Bomb, shoots to the outside. Lead jam status goes to the Parlor City Rollers and Cherry Bomb. This will be a chance for Cherry Bomb to make that lead much, much smaller. Now approaching on a scoring pass. The pack is stretching. A lot of resistance up at the front, and that is it. All right. I think some points were scored there. 0 points for the Hill City Rollers. And I believe possibly some points were scored by Parlor City, although I have not yet seen the count. I will return to you once I know. 4 points indeed. That was a full 4-point pass for the Parlor City Rollers and number 227 Cherry Bomb. Number 21 Circumaggravator taking to the line for Parlor City. Number 43 Chapin taking to the line for the Hill City Rollers. Circumaggravator jamming for the first time this afternoon. Chapin put into the inside, recycle to the back. Circumaggravator powering up the front. Circumaggravator takes lead jam status on behalf of the Parlor City Rollers. Circumaggravator now approaching on a scoring pass. Chapin has been released. Approaching on a scoring pass of his own. Circumaggravator passes the whole pack. 4 points for Parlor City and 3 points for Hill City. All right, number 227 Cherry Bomb on the line for Parlor City. 007 rematch out on the jam line. All right, they are off. Cherry Bomb electing to go to the inside, to the outside, sneaks through. Lead jam status goes to Parlor City. Looks like M has also gotten through the back on an initial pass. Cherry Bomb breaks through the back, falls off the jam. 3 points for Parlor City and none for Hill City. And that's how you close a lead, 1 point at a time. That's the fun thing about points, right? They're like numbers, they're math. You get enough of them and you got a much bigger set of points. And the goal is for Parlor City to get enough points to obviously have a bigger pile than Hill City. So we'll see who has the biggest pile of points at the end. Still plenty of time for things to change. As Circumaggravator takes to the line for Parlor City, facing off against number 64, Miss Doubtfire for Hill City. And Circumaggravator is able to snap that lead jam status once again. You can see the pack moving to make it harder for those jammers to earn those points. Circumaggravator approaching the pack now. Miss Doubtfire also putting points on the board. Circumaggravator puts 4 points each. They kind of cancel each other out, don't they? 4 points for Hill City, 4 points for Parlor City. Or 3 points, excuse me, I forgot how to count. That is a 3. Thank you. Number 43, Chapin on the line for Hill City, facing off against 227, Cherry Bomb for Hill City. Cherry Bomb shooting to the outside. In the meantime, Chapin is able to snag lead jam status. Excuse me, I misspoke. Lead jam status goes to Cherry Bomb. I think Chapin is on a scoring pass, possibly. I think that was an initial pass, is what it's counted as. Cherry Bomb is putting points on the board. 4 points up on the board for Parlor City. Hill City, I'm slightly confused. I didn't see any points go up there. I thought Chapin was on a scoring pass. As things currently stand, Parlor City 23 points, Hill City 37. Indeed, there were 4 points scored for the Hill City Rollers on that last jam. 927 Abby Nails taking to the line for Parlor City, facing off against 007N. And you are free to skate, and there they go. Abby Nails meeting resistance at the back, struggling to get through that back. Hill City erecting a pretty significant wall there. see malice and change and don't. All right, lead jam stakes goes to the Hill City Rollers and 007M. All right, M now approaching on a scoring pass. Gets knocked down. I heard a whistle. I don't know if someone got a penalty or not. Both skaters now putting points on the board. Jam is called. 2 points up on the board for each. 2 points for Hill City and 2 points for Parlor City. All right, we've got some fresh blood out on the track right now. Number 021 Hustler jamming for the first time this evening for Parlor City. Faces off against a jam line veteran tonight, number 64 Ms. Boutfire. All right, they are off. We're going to see how... Whoa, Ms. Boutfire wastes no time. Snags that lead jam status. Hustler still trying to get through on an initial pass. Is knocked into the middle by Rufo. Ms. Boutfire now approaches on a scoring pass. That is a full 4-point pass for Hill City. Hustler still trying to get through the pack on an initial pass. Ms. Boutfire now approaching on the second scoring pass of this jam. And that's another 4 full points there. 4 more points for Hill City. All right, looks like one of the Hill Cities going to the penalty box for a back block penalty call. Oh no! Hustler is sent to the penalty box, meaning that this is currently a power jam in favor of Hill City. Yeah, come on, we can make some. There we go. All right, so currently Ms. Boutfire is unopposed by any other jammer. Is free to put points up on the board. Ms. Boutfire is also lead jammer, so the jam goes as long as she likes. And I believe Ms. Boutfire calls off the jam, not before putting 2 more points on the board. That is an 18-point jam, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the highest scoring jam thus far in today's bout. All right, the Parlor City Rollers have their work cut out for them. 25 points as opposed to Hill City's 61 points. Chapin taken to the jam line for Hill City. And I believe is still in the penalty box. This is beginning as a power jam in favor of Hill City and Chapin. Chapin's able to snag that lead jam status. Power jam and lead jam is now approaching on a scoring pass. All right, Chapin jukes to the outside. 4 points for Hill City. All right, Chapin now approaching another scoring pass. I believe Hustler still attempting to get through the pack on an initial pass. Just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? 4 more points up on the board by Chapin. And that's 4 more points for Hill City. 12 points currently. Halfway through the jam. Hustler did make their way out on an initial pass. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that is 4. 4 more points for Hill City. A 16-point jam, courtesy of Chapin. All right, looks like Parlor City is calling for a timeout. So you know what? This is a great time for me to remind you Then we have several tables of merchandise, engaging some of that retail therapy people are talking about, right? We have merchandise from the Hill City Rollers. We have merchandise from the Parlor City Rollers. We have merchandise for the Mopar cams. Who enjoyed that music? Dinner and a show? Come on. You gotta support local roller derby. You gotta support local music. Just buy local and get some stuff at the merch table. We are also doing a 50-50 and a raffle. So if you want to get involved in some low stakes gambling, we got you covered. Make your way over to the merch table, buy some of those tickets. We will be calling those at halftime. All right, you hear that rolling whistle, and that means the timeout is over. Just over 14 minutes left in the first half of tonight's jam. As things currently stand, in second place with 25 points are the Parlor City Rollers. And in the lead with 77 points are your very own Hill City Rollers. Number 227, Cherry Bomb on the jam line for Parlor City. 007M on the line for Hill City. All right, whistle blows and they are off. Significant wall right there for Cherry Bomb to get through at the back. Is pushed into the middle. Comes back around, still no lead jammer. M goes down, takes the knee. He's right in front. No back is cut. All right, Cherry Bomb. Each time there was a star pass. Number 48, Oxenfree. Cherry Bomb approaches the pack, sees Oxenfree in the rear view, elects to call off the jam, ensuring that the Hill City Rollers end that jam empty-handed. Number 64, Ms. Circumaggravator, putting up significant points his last jam, so hopefully we'll have a repeat performance of all right, both teams meeting significant resistance. Miss Doubtfire is at the front. Hustler attempts to stop. Unsuccessfully, Lee James Davis goes to Hill City, and Miss Doubtfire. Circumaggravator did get released from the pack on an initial pass. Both skaters are going to be looking to put some points up on the board. Miss Doubtfire helped out there at the front. 4 points up on the board for Hill City, and that is matched by 4 points for Parlor City. Miss Doubtfire watching Circumaggravator closely. Passes 1, passes 2, calls off the jam. 3 points for Hill City. And Circumaggravator empty-handed on that particular time around the track. All right, 227, Cherry Bomb on the line for Parlor City. Number 43, that's Shaken for the Hill City Rollers. And Chapin just jumps right to the front and immediately snags Lee James Davis on behalf of the Hill City Rollers. Both skaters now on scoring. Yes! 4 points up on the board for Chapin as he sails through the air over the apex. Oh my goodness, my favorite thing that can happen in any given bout happened. I am so blessed to have this job. 4 point pass for Hill City. All right, number 21, Circumaggravator on the line for the Parlor City Rollers, facing off against M for Hill City. Circumaggravator knocked into the middle by Oxenfree, recycled to the back of the pack, re-enters. Ooh, knocked into the middle again. And recycled by this time by Malice and Chains. Oh, look at this. We're like going back in time. Circumaggravator sees a hole, takes it. Knocked down, but not out. And Lee Jam Status goes to Parlor City. And Circumaggravator able to keep his footing there at the last minute, not knocked out. Now it's approaching the pack on a scoring pass. The pack gaining speed to make that more difficult for him. 007M is pushed into the middle and recycled all the way back by number 227, Tiny Terror. Circumaggravator also recycled as well. Okay, there was a track cut. All right, a track cut call on a member of Hill City. And Circumaggravator calls off the jam. 1 point for Hill City and an additional 3 points for Parlor City. All right, just under 9 minutes left in the first half. Parlor City with some work to do, 36 points against the leaders. That is the Hill City Rollers with 93 points. The next whistle will begin the jam at Cherry Bomb faces off against Ms. Bautfire. Cherry Bomb still at the back. Ms. Bautfire up at the front by Toxic. Unfortunately, the pack stretched. Ms. Bautfire once more snags that lead jam status for the Hill City Rollers. Hey, fancy footwork. Ms. Bautfire jukes to the inside, snakes to the outside. 4 more points for the Hill City Rollers. Another scoring pass right here. We might see us cross over into the triple digits for the Hill City Rollers. I hear somebody from Parlor City is going to the penalty box. Don't know which one. Can't read that far away. In the meantime, I believe this is the second scoring pass. Indeed, 4 more points up on the board for Hill City. And that is the change over from double to triple digits. 101 points for Hill City. Directional call called on somebody. 4 more points for Hill City for a grand total of 12. And Ms. Bautfire races around turn number 1, turn number 2. Shows no signs of stopping. And that's 4 more points. 2 more points. And Ms. Bautfire will break her personal record for the day for the most points scored in a jam. And that's 1, that's 2. The highest scoring jam of the afternoon so far. All right, I see some new fresh blood out on the jam line. Number 845, Deathbridge, jamming for the first time this evening on behalf of the Parlor City Rollers. Facing off against Chapin for Hill City. Chapin very speedily making quick work of that wall up at the front. In the meantime, Deathbridge is also right there, neck and neck. And Chapin's able to stay that lead jam status. Deathbridge pushed into the middle and recycled by Malice and Chains, I believe. Now Chapin now approaching on a scoring pass. 4 more points for Hill City. Deathbridge still getting through. Deathbridge makes their way through on an initial pass. Chapin now approaching on his second scoring pass. Sometimes you feel like you're just showing off, huh? But I'm here for it. Apex jump number 2 by Chapin. And a total 8-point jam for Hill City. In second place, 36 points. They've got 5 more minutes in this first half to somehow approach the grand total of 121 for the Hill City Rollers. Hill City, in the meantime, putting some fresh blood out on jam line number 2. Clever Girl, jamming for the first time this afternoon, facing off against number 227, Cherry Bomb. Clever Girl able to get through in the first jam of the afternoon. Lead jam status goes to number 2, Clever Girl. Clever Girl now approaching on a scoring pass. In the meantime, Cherry Bomb still meeting resistance at the front of the pack. Clever Girl at the back of the pack. Both jammers trying to make their way through. Only difference between them is Clever Girl is putting points on the board, and indeed it is a full 4-point pass. I believe there was a star pass. Cherry Bomb is no longer donning the star. The star has been passed to the pivot as Abby nails. Oh no! This means this is currently a power jam in favor of the Hill City Rollers. And Clever Girl, all the points are there, all the points are there. And indeed, Clever Girl knocked down at the front by Toxic, gets back up again, the pack is stretching. Clever Girl elects to call off the jam. 2 more points, 3 more points, for the Hill City Rollers. A 7-point jam. Booty is a beast at the back. Parlor City trying to construct a wall at the front of the pack. And you will remember that Abby Nails, who had the star, is in the penalty box currently. Okay, someone went to the sin bin. Abby Nails is back in, donning the star. In the meantime, Booty is a beast, is able to snag that lead jam status. First jam of the afternoon. Booty is a beast now approaching a nice scoring pass. Whoa! Booty went down, got back up, and 4 more points up on the board for the Hill City Rollers. And that is another 4-point pass for Booty is a beast. 8 total points in this jam. We are very quickly approaching the halftime mark. Booty now approaching on the 3rd scoring pass. Parlor City putting up a wall, not quite strong enough. 4 more points. 4 more points for the Hill City Rollers. 12 points total for Booty is a beast. Abby Nails still trying to get through on an initial pass. Less than a minute left in this jam unless Booty elects to call it. Alright, it looks like Booty is a Beast was knocked to the inside by Tiny Terror and recycled to the back of the pack. Remember that if you are knocked out of the track, you have to re-enter behind the person who knocked you out. Alright, a 12-point jam for Booty is a Beast. And 0 points on that jam for Parlor City. As things currently stand, 1 minute left in this first half. Very likely to be our last jam of the first half. 36 points for Parlor City, 140 for Hill City. As Cherry Bomb takes to the line, facing off against Chapin. Alright, both teams putting some energy into their blocking. Chapin is able to pierce through the front and take lead jam once more for Hill City. Cherry Bomb has gotten through on an initial pass. Alright, it looks like a 4-point pass for Chapin and no points for Cherry Bomb. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on here. Let's see if we're going to have time to get into another jam. I highly doubt it. 3, 2, 1. Alright, that is the halftime. Okay, whoa, holy cow. Look at that. Okay, as things stand, 36 points for Parlor City, 144 for Hill City. And guess what? Y'all get a break from me. I'm going to hand my microphone over to my wonderful friend, Ms. Doubtfire, who has something very, very important to announce.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming out to our bout. So we wanted to do a quick recognition competition for some people who kind of go under the radar for a lot of our bouts. So we reached out to all of the leagues. If we can have Sean and David Stasiak come over, please. Sean Chaz and David Stasiak. So these are two photographers. Bouts. They're like our #1 fans, and it's guaranteed that they do this all for free as volunteers. And all of your images we use in all of our promotions. That shows up to almost everything. So thank you for sharing your talents with us.
Brings a tear to your eye. Thank you so much to our photographer. Take a break now. We're going to have some more music coming soon. Now is your final opportunity to make your way over to the merchandise table and engage in some of that low-stakes gambling we talked about. Buy yourself some raffle tickets. We're going to be calling those numbers right before the start of the second half. So, I'm going to give you a break from me, but I'll be right back here real soon to start half number 2. Introducing once again, just in case you missed it, homegrown rapidly from right here in Oneonta, none other than the Mopar Dams. Get over there to the mosh pit, that's rockin'. Walk the run, as Mama likes to say.
I can't believe I never seen her before. She walked right by me with cheek to cheek. No more than the enemy's got weed. The master entered and he struggled to make it. But now I never had to dream of making it. Started on a for a ride. Looked at her eyes and I saw my pride. That's right. Rolled up the clothes, seat tied on my shoes. I told myself I had nothing to lose. She walked on over and held out her hand. I grabbed it on the wagon under the sail. But it was the heart of a wild romance. The room was bought and he started to dance. Ten legs and a tongue and bleeding. Till her mouth was a bit obscene. 30 figure in the sheep food with ease. Like a color sailing over the sea. She was style, force and grace. I couldn't keep up with the slamming the place. I should have dug into, I should have believed. This kind of woman was way out of my league. Within a minute she had worn me down. Legs for the legend put me on the ground. Singing it over me with a hula of my tail. Everyone can see that I failed with them. Ten legs and a long and lean. Till her mouth was a bit obscene.